In this Pacta podcast, we will explore the role of artificial intelligence in education, focusing on how AI can help address the challenges faced by global educational systems. Follow Pacta's artificial intelligence training courses.
All right, so today we're diving into something kind of huge, AI in education.
Yeah, that's a big one.
We've got this World Economic Forum report, Shaping the Future of Learning, the Role of AI in Education 4.0.
Catchy title.
Right. But it makes you wonder, what even is Education 4.0? And how does AI fit in? Feels like everyone's talking about AI these days, but
It's like, okay, we get it. AI is changing things. But what does that actually mean for, classrooms and teachers and students?
Exactly.
So think about it this way. Every generation has needed education, right? But it's looked different each time. We went from farms to factories to the whole internet thing.
Right. Each time we had to adapt how we learned and taught.
Exactly. Education 4.0 is recognizing that tech is driving another huge EE shift, and AI is at the wheel this time. It's bigger than just sticking computers in classrooms.
It's about how we learn fundamentally changing, isn't it?
Exactly. It's a whole new world of learning.
And this report, it doesn't sugarcoat things. It lays out the challenges facing education right now. Right off the bat, there's this statistic.
Oh, yeah. The one about how many more teachers we'll need by 2030.
That's the one. It's a crazy number, isn't it?
44 million more teachers globally. It's a mind-blowing figure.
That's 44 million.
Yeah.
Where do we even find that many teachers?
That's the million-dollar question, right? And even if we could find them, are we really supporting the ones we already have?
That's another thing the report highlights, all the paperwork and admin stuff teachers are swamped with.
Yeah, it's a huge issue. Teachers end up spending so much time on tasks that could be automated.
In this Pacta podcast, we will explore the role of artificial intelligence in education, focusing on how AI can help address the challenges faced by global educational systems. Follow Pacta's artificial intelligence training courses.
So instead of, actually teaching,
They're bogged down with bureaucracy. It's a real shame. And honestly, it's impacting the quality of education.
it's going to be so frustrating for teachers. And then on top of that, there's the whole assessment piece, which frankly feels kind of outdated.
Totally. Those standardized tests given once a year, they just don't cut it anymore. It's like trying to steer a speedboat with a map for a sailboat.
Perfect analogy.
Yeah.
By the time you've analyzed the data, it's already old news.
Exactly. Education needs to be more agile, more responsive to what students need right now.
And then, as if those challenges weren't enough, there's this widening digital skills gap.
Which is huge GE, especially when you think about AI. We can't expect kids to thrive in a world run by AI if they don't even understand the basics, right?
Totally. And I don't just mean coding, although that's important too. It's critical thinking, digital literacy, being able to spot fake news online.
All those things are essential life skills now, not just tech skills.
Absolutely. So to recap, we've got a teacher shortage, teachers drowning in paperwork, outdated tests, and a growing digital skills gap. It's a lot.
It's a perfect storm, really.
And that's where AI comes in, right?
Yeah.
Like this report. It argues that AI could help us solve some of these massive problems and make education more effective and fair for everyone.
That's the hope, yeah. But it's important to say this isn't about replacing teachers with robots. This isn't some sci-fi movie.
Right.
It's about using AI to make teachers' lives easier and to give students a more personalized learning experience.
Okay, so how does it do that? What are some of the ways AI can actually transform education?
Well, the report breaks it down into 4 main promises. First up is all about freeing up teachers' time by automating those tedious tasks we were talking about.
Like grading, scheduling, all that fun stuff.
Exactly. AI can handle that, leaving teachers with more time to actually, teach.
That sounds amazing. But I know some people are worried that AI will eventually replace teachers altogether.
It's a valid concern, and it's something we need to be cautious about as we incorporate AI into education. But here's the thing. Teaching is about so much more than just delivering facts. It's about inspiring curiosity, encouraging creativity, building relationships. Those are things AI can't replicate.
So it's more like AI becomes a really valuable tool in a teacher's toolkit, not the whole workshop.
Exactly. A powerful tool, but a tool nonetheless. The human element is still crucial.
Okay, that makes sense. So what's the second promise of AI in education?
Promise number 2 is all about using AI to create more personalized assessments.
So instead of those big standardized tests.
Imagine a system that gives students feedback in real time, pinpointing exactly where they're struggling and offering personalized help. It's about moving away from just grading and towards constant learning and improvement.
So it's less about judging and more about guiding. I like that.
All right, so promise number 3 gets kind of meta. It's using AI to actually teach people about AI and digital literacy.
Right, because you can't exactly have AI in the classroom if no one knows how to use it or what it is, even IS, right? It's like we talk about the future so much, but with AI, the future is NLW.
Exactly. And it's bigger than just teaching everyone to code, although obviously those skills are valuable, don't get me wrong. But this is about critical thinking in a world where AI is everywhere.
Like being able to question how an AI tool works, what its limitations are, whether it could have downsides we haven't thought of.
Spot on. It's about making sure young people are like responsible digital citizens, not just tech users.
Okay, love that. So we've got AI freeing up teachers' time, giving personalized feedback, and then actually teaching people how to navigate an AI-driven world. What's the fourth and final promise?
This one's huge EE personalization, like really tailoring each student's learning experience to them as an individual.
So instead of this one-size-fits-all approach we've had forever, it's like each kid is on their own learning journey, going at their own pace, getting support where they need it, not just where the textbook thinks they should be.
Precisely. Imagine a 247 personal tutor who's always analyzing how you learn best and adjusting the lessons based on that.
Okay, sounds amazing in theory, but how does that actually work?
Well, there are already some cool examples. Think about a history class, right? Instead of everyone reading the same textbook, AI could build each student a custom reading list based on their interests.
So it's more engaging for them, and they probably retain more because the stuff they're actually into.
Exactly. Or imagine a math program that figures out exactly where a student's knowledge gaps are and gives them practice problems just for that, even adjusting the difficulty as they go.
In this Pacta podcast, we will explore the role of artificial intelligence in education, focusing on how AI can help address the challenges faced by global educational systems. Follow Pacta's artificial intelligence training courses.
So it's like leveling up in a video game, but for algebra. I love it. It makes learning so much more appealing. This has been super insightful, but I got to ask, are we just in hypothetical land here? Or are there schools actually using AI in these cool ways?
Oh, absolutely. The report has a bunch of case studies, real-world examples from around the globe. This isn't just some future fantasy. It's already happening.
Okay, now you have to give us the details. What are some of the coolest examples of AI actually working in education right now? Hit me with the coolest one.
Okay, check this out. UNICEF has this thing called the Accessible Digital Textbooks Initiative, ADT for short.
Accessible digital textbooks.
Yep. They're using AI to make learning work for students with disabilities.
Oh, wow, that's huge. I didn't even think about that, but it makes total sense. Not everyone learns the same way, and if you've got a disability, having the right materials can be everything.
It's a game changer, seriously. Millions of kids around the world are missing out on a good education just because the materials don't work for them. And ADT is tackling that head on.
So how does it work? Does AI, adapt the textbook itself?
It's wild. It can change font sizes, do audio narration, even translate stuff into sign language, whatever the student needs.
That's amazing. Just shows you the power of AI to make education truly inclusive, not just a word we throw around.
100%. And it's not just about making things accessible. It's about making them engaging, too. That's where this other project comes in, Kabaku Academies. They're in West Africa, and they're using AI for, get this, virtual mentors.
Virtual mentors. Okay, tell me more.
So they've got this app, right? It gives students personalized guidance, like 247. These AI mentors answer questions, give feedback on work, even offer encouragement. And it's all tailored to the individual student.
That's incredible, especially for students who might not have access to a human tutor or who need help outside of school hours. This could be a game changer.
Right. And it gets even cooler. Kabaku is building AI models that can actually teach in local languages.
Oh, wow. So it's breaking down language barriers, too.
Yeah, they're starting with Bumbra, which is spoken in Mali, but not always used in schools. It's about making education truly relevant and accessible for everyone.
I love that. It's like AI is helping us build a truly global classroom where everyone has a seat at the table.
Exactly. And for another example of this kind of large-scale personalized learning, there's the AI Tutor project in the UAE.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about this. Isn't their goal to give every student in the UAE their own AI tutor?
You got it. It's super ambitious, but they're making serious progress. Their AI tutor analyzes each student's learning style and tailors the lessons accordingly.
It's like the dream, right? Having a teacher who knows exactly how you learn best and adjusts everything to fit you.
Exactly. And this is what's so exciting about AI in education. It has the potential to make that kind of personalized learning a reality for everyone, not just a lucky few.
These are some really inspiring examples. It feels like we're on the edge of a major shift in how we think about education.
We are, but we have to be careful too. We need to make sure these AI systems are designed fairly and ethically, so they actually make education more equitable for all students.
Absolutely. Technology is only as good as the people using it. We have to make sure AI is used to close the opportunity gap in education, not widen it. Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive, lots to think about. Listeners, if you want to learn more about this stuff, definitely check out the Full World Economic Forum report. It's packed with even more insights and examples of AI in action. Who knows, maybe you will be the one to come up with the next big thing in AI education. Until next time, keep those brains buzzing.
In this Pacta podcast, we will explore the role of artificial intelligence in education, focusing on how AI can help address the challenges faced by global educational systems. Follow Pacta's artificial intelligence training courses.